Good morning, everyone. And here we are today. It's actually December 12th, 12/12, and I'm here, Lori Lamatia, with the magnificent Tricia Fiske.
Good morning.
We're recording early today, so our voices might sound a little sexy, but that's okay. Um, Today our topic is love songs from the divine. And the idea came through because I was talking to Trisha last week and saying, boy, the song keeps sticking in my head. And I realized that I know when songs stick in my head, it's something, my higher self, my bigger divine wisdom, trying to send me a message or give me a little inspiration. And so when we were talking last week, Trisha and I were saying, oh, there's a lot of love songs from the divine that are out there. And of course, every song, it's a message. It's a touching message from us to us about possibly something that is going on in our lives. So pay attention. So that's what our time together is going to be. And Trisha and I picked three songs each that have been love songs that have touched us. And so, Trisha, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can start by telling us your love songs.
Oh, okay. So the first one I have here is by a woman named Jane Siberry, and Katie Lang is on it with her. If you're from, a lot of people know who Katie Lang is, but I heard this song. It was in a from a movie that was about the end of the world. So it was really strange to hear this beautiful song about angels on
Mm.
kind of a dark film, but it stuck with me so much that I had to look it up. I had to find it, and I've shared it with so many people on, through YouTube. But it's the chorus for this, which is so lovely. It's calling all angels, walk me through this world, don't leave me alone. Calling all angels. We're trying, we're hoping, but we're not sure why. Walk me through this world, don't leave me alone. We're trying, we're hoping, we're hurting, we're loving, we're crying, we're calling, because we're not sure how this goes. So I just love it. It is life. All these things happening, and you just don't know how it goes. So you call on angels for help.
Yes. Yeah, I love the divine inspiration that created those in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I think a lot about love songs, and love songs are we assume are written from one person to another. But I was listening to John Denver in that Annie song, and it popped into me as, come let me love you, let me give my life to you, let me drown in your laughter, let me walk in the rain. And originally that song, I'm sure, was John Denver singing it to whoever. But when it popped in for me, I was like, it was my divine self going, come, let me love you. Come, let us be together. I was just so touched by it. And I don't know if that happens to other people, but you're kind of wandering around out there feeling alone, and then all of a sudden this lyric comes in like, I want to love you. And I'm like, oh, thank God. you know,
Someone does, yes.
exactly, someone does. I'm like, okay, okay. So yeah, those kind of things, I think what we're trying to say is when these lyrics come through to you, don't just fluff them off as though I heard it on the radio. Give them a second look, give them a second hear, give them
A
a feel.
feel, yeah, a
Mhm.
real feel.
Yeah.
All right. So my second song is by a group called My Morning Jacket. And it's Feel You is the name of the song. And this one struck me because it actually is talking to someone from a past life. And yeah, are we undercover? What's left to see? Trying to discover how it came to be in a past life, feeling loved. And all I want to do is feel you, feel you. And that's the refrain, that the chorus that comes over and over again is, because this person's not present, they just want to feel them. They
Right.
want to feel their presence there. So that song really stood out to me, and so much so that I actually went with friends and saw them sing it live.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, that's another whole aspect. When we're ready to hear a message, it does it sits in our body and it sits in our essence a little different than all the other noises, and that's worth paying attention to for sure. Um, and and I don't know why, but the one that brought this whole thing up for me was I was listening, and this Barbara Streisand song with Barry Gibb just kept sitting in my head, Guilty. There's nothing for us to be guilty of. Our love will climb any mountain, near or far. We are, and we will never let it end. And I was like, oh yeah, that's God again, singing to me, singing to us. Our love will never fail. We'll climb any mountain, and no need to feel guilty. Which is one of three deadly sins. Work with. I don't know where it's like an Italian, I don't know, Catholic Italian thing. And so I was like, oh, so cheeky. They send you cheeky messages too, right? Songs and so yeah, I think they just settle into us and those are worth paying attention to. The why is this coming? Where is this come? Not so much where, assume it's coming from the love source, assume it's an abundance message.
Right, right,
And don't let it just flit by because
right. Yeah, pay attention to it.
it's the
Go
one
to
I
YouTube. You
blessed,
can hear
right? Yeah. And yeah,
it.
pull the whole thing and sing and dance. And I think we've been talking a lot about songs because they are so. Tell the story about the song that popped into your when you were meditating when we were at Rod.
Yeah, this is the last one I was going to mention. It's by the Moody Blues. And I probably haven't heard this song since the 60s. But I was meditating and this song, Watching and Waiting by the Moody Blues, popped into my head. Watching and waiting for a friend to play with. Why have I been alone so long? And right, and it is talking about being present with the divine, because here there's lots of room for doing all the things you've ever been denied. There's no one
Mm,
here to stop you trying. So in it ends watching and waiting for a friend to play with. I hope it won't take very long, but they're talking about merging with the divine totally.
yeah. And then what if you took that song and it's like God singing to you? I'm watching, I'm waiting, I'm here waiting for us to.
Waiting for you.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, show up.
right.
Hello, hello.
Right.
I'm over here, I'm over here. Yeah, yeah, but I'm really busy, making dinner tonight. It's like, yeah,
Well, not me. It wouldn't be
no,
making dinner, but
right.
right.
Whatever, we're
Checking emails,
distracted.
right.
Yeah, we get distracted.
Yes, we
And
do.
and I think that if I were to pick the message for the season and for so much of life is that the divine abundance is always, saying, hey, hello, and we're distracted from it. And that's why that presence, the message of presence is so powerful and a reminder that love source never walks away. It's always sitting there going, doo, 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 doo. It's not waiting, but it's totally active. But the songs to me are like that wake up, like knock, knock, knock on the door.
Right.
Somebody's ringing the bell.
That's
Let me
right.
in. My other song that I again triggered, it's that Barry Manilow song, I Write the Songs. And originally I thought it was Barry Manilow saying he's such a beautiful songwriter that he writes
Mhm.
the songs. And then all of a sudden I heard it one day from like the divine's perspective. The divine writes the songs that make the whole world sing. The divine writes the songs of love and special things. And, the divine writes the songs that makes everyone come together. And I am music and I write the songs. The divine is the music that writes the songs that touches our hearts and, is constantly like sending out that love vibe, you know, well, come to me, come to me, come to me, like in the Phantom of Opera. So I guess what I was hoping, I think we really hit it, is that let the songs be the messages to your heart and be the thing that reminds you of that love source that's always there, always going knock knock, hello, and I'm here. Don't let's be friends, let's be lovers.
I have I remember my teacher telling a story once of that he'd been slacking a little bit on his meditation practice, and so he was dreaming one night um, that Ganesha was there, and Ganesha's an elephant,
The
and
remover of
but
obstacles,
the
right?
remover of obstacles. But Ganesha kept getting bigger and bigger, and he thought for sure that Ganesha was going to come and crush him because he hadn't been doing his meditation practice.
Guilt, yeah.
Right, guilt. So, but all of a sudden, Ganesha walked out of the picture, and there was the divine. And according to him, she looked at him and said, "Oh, where have you been? I've missed you so much."
Mm,
And
right.
there wasn't a dry eye in the room. And I've never forgotten that story. It's not a guilt thing, it's a welcome back,
Right.
open
Never,
arms.
never I reject you. I'm always
Right,
here with the open
right.
arms, sending, embracing, encouraging, bringing you to me. Uh, yes, what a lovely story. And probably a wonderful way to wrap up this beautiful day of 12/12, where we are in an energy power center of divine love, divine possibility.
Love it. Yes,
Yeah. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and a wonderful week. And notice the songs that are being shared with you. And don't just write them off as, oh, yeah, a lyric. Really let them touch your heart, and there might be a beautiful message there for you.
absolutely.
Have a wonderful week. Love you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Namaste.